challenger, viewed by many in the United States as the legitimate favorite to win this fight, Alexis Arguello. Quickly to the records. Escalera, 49 times he's answered the bell. 39 times he's won. 26 KOs. A slick boxer when he wants to be. Good foot movement. A flicking left jab. Good power in either hand. And then Arguello, the exciting puncher, known as the explosive thin man. He's gotten 14 first-round knockouts. His average fight only 4.3 rounds. Arguello, Alexis Arguello. There he is on your monitor as we get ready to start the fight. Arthur McCanny is the third man in the ring. To give you some idea of his qualifications, this is his 28th championship fight that he's refereed. Okay, the bout underway. Watch Arguello. He wades in. He's afraid of no one. He is not hard to hit, but the opponents have found out with 55 victories and 58 fights, the opponents have found out that it's not enough to hit him because he hits you back and he creams you. 45 knockouts in his 55 victories. Escalera in the green and yellow trunks. For those of you with color sets, Arguello, blue and white. Escalera to the right of your screen. Arguello to the left. See? Right there, Escalera with a good right lead right there. Before that, a good left and a right. And Escalera, who is a favorite to win this fight in his native Puerto Rico, but not elsewhere, putting on a good early show in the first.
We are having temporary audio difficulties from Puerto Rico. You're watching the World's Junior Lightweight Championship. It matches, of course, Alfredo Escalera. There are the graphics, if you cannot read them. Escalera is in the green trunks with the yellow stripes. And Arguello, a former featherweight champion who retired, coming back. This is the very first round. Both of these young men, very strong punchers. Escalera, with 26 knockouts in his career, has a slight weight advantage. Escalera now lives in New York City. He was born in Carolina, Puerto Rico. A great favorite, known as the Snake Man. The very first round, San Juan, Puerto Rico. We're having audio difficulties at the top of the fight. You saw Howard Cosell being drenched in a downpour there, and perhaps that is one of the reasons we are having the audio problems. In any event, this is the World Junior Lightweight Championship, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Some wild swinging on the part of Arguello in the early moments of this first round. Escalera, of course, with the big punch. He knows he can take him out anytime he wants with one shot. The referee, Arthur McCanty, a veteran championship referee over his career. Arguello moving in. Both fighters just sort of testing each other. We have seen a couple of wild right hands thrown by both fighters. That was Arguello missing. Arguello again the former featherweight champion. Escalera, of course, the reigning world junior lightweight champion. Coming to the end of round one, we'll be back with more action. You're looking at a live shot from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Second round of the World's Junior Lightweight Championship. Alfredo Escalera, he is in the green trunks, yellow stripe, and the man on the move at the moment is Alexis Arguello. I am not your basic Howard Cosell. I am reporting from New York the fight as you are seeing the pictures live from San Juan. That was not a knockdown. A slip by Escalera. We have had technical problems with our sound from our remote in San Juan. Occasionally we'll get a shot of the umbrellas. The fight opened in a tremendous downpour, and perhaps that is one of the reasons we were having the technical difficulties. Escalera with a strong right hand. Escalera, of course, the reigning world junior lightweight champion. Arguello retired in November of '76. It was a brief retirement. He retired as the featherweight champion of the world and came back to contend for the world's junior lightweight crown, and was culminated at this very moment. This is the second round. Going against the Snake Man, Escalera. Arguello, a Nicaraguan by birth. An impressive record. Arguello, 52 fights, only had 3 losses. But again, he has stepped up in weight to the World's Junior Lightweight Championship bout, and he's in there right at the very moment with one of the fine young fighters in the game today. Brief flurry of punches. If you missed the first round, it was some wild swinging at the beginning and then a testing. And now we are seeing what we anticipated between these two fighters. They are both non-stop fighters, as most of your lightweight fighters are. Escalero, the heavier puncher of the two. Escalero, 26 knockouts in the 39 victories that he's had. Okay, we think we have Howard back. Let's see if we can find him.
Throwing heavy left. Wayne Roundoff trying to get Arthur McCanny's attention to determine exactly what his call was when Escalero went to the canvas. In this downpour, the ring is protected by the proverbial hot tin roof, so the canvas has been dry. "45 seconds to go. Arguello with that long right lead. Escalera so far in the main has flipped it effectively with the head move. McCanny all over the fighter. That's why he gets his referee championship fight. There is a cut over the corner of Escalera's left eye. A trickle of blood and a cut. Again, the head slipped the punch. But Arguello keeps coming, and oh, the power in those fists as we count down to the end of round 2. Already a bruising battle for the junior lightweight title. Okay, the start of round 3. Escalera, green and yellow from left of your screen. Arguello, blue and white from. I just spoke with referee Arthur McCann. Hey, it was a knockdown. A short, jolting right. Speed. Arthur says he gave him a count of 8, though it did not appear so. So, a knockdown registered by Arguello in the second round. A tremendous power we told you about. No wonder they call him the explosive thin man. Got opened in the second round against Escalera. Cut to the left of the left arm. Not the kind of cut designed to impede vision, however. Close to 1 minute into the third round. As you look at Escalera, you will see the material they put over the corner of that left arm. But it is to the side of it. This crowd, largely natives of the island, yearning for their champion. But Arguello, in a way, even looking ahead, so confident was he, coming into this bout. Escalera outboxed him the first round. Arguello beat him up in the second round. Little more than halfway through the third round. Escalera's got to box him to stay in this thing. He's got to use that left jab. Keep the opponent off balance. He's got to move. He's got to avoid those Arguello punches. And that's not easy. "50 seconds left in this, the third round. Second round, a complete turnabout from the first. Counting down, as you can see in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, to the end of the third round. The action considerably less than what it was in the second round, and for that matter, the first round. This crowd is alive. The end of the round coming up. We're back live, Lou Brielle Stadium, an outdoor stadium, drenching downpour in Puerto Rico. Round 4. Escalera defending his junior lightweight championship against the paralyzing puncher. Alexis Arguello. Right there you saw Escalera score with a couple of good lefts. We hope to give our local stations an opportunity to identify themselves at the end of the 4th round. Escalera trying to fight back from a second round knockdown. Short, jolting right. Escalera, who boxed well in the first round, and you just saw Escalera slip 2 Arguello punches with his head. He's been effective doing that the whole fight, except in the second round. Arguello nearly tore him apart. Some feel you can outbox Arguello only so long. On November 23rd, 1974, the legendary Ruben Olivares did it for 12 rounds. In the 13th, Arguello got him, put him away, won the featherweight title. He defended successfully 4 times, had 5 non-title bouts, left the featherweight. Note, each fighter is long, lean, for fighters in a lower weight classification. Escalera is 5'9". Arguello is 5'9 and a half. Each has a good reach. 4th round action. Mercani cautioning Escalera for the backhand flip. Meanwhile, blood over Escalera's right eye. Blood over the eye. The kind of cut that can impede the vision. Escalera keeping his gloves up, trying to protect that eye, that right eye now. The other cut was to the side of the left eye. We see no mark on Arguello. Round 4 coming to a close. We will return for more of ABC's Wide World of Sport following this word from our local station. We're back live from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. The start of the 5th round. We had a little settle in Escalera's corner. His cornermen hadn't gotten out early enough. Arthur McKinney, the referee, studied the look of Escalera's eyes between rounds. Escalera may be flashier, but boy, Arguello doesn't have to be flashy. He is straight up, a powerhouse puncher, unafraid. And there is TNT in each glove. Escalera's face looks mushy. Both eyes already damaged. The cut to the left side of the left eye, the cut over the right eye. This is 5th round action. Give the first round to Escalera. 2 rounds easily to Arguello, maybe a 3rd. Maybe that last one even. We're coming up to the halfway mark in the 5th round. Scoring, of course, done by the referee and 2 judges, 10-point must system. 1 knockdown in the fight, the 2nd round. Arguello put Escalera down. As you can see, the action has stilled a bit. So Arguello straight up, straight ahead. Keeps wading in. Escalera trying to box it. The left got to Escalera right there. You wonder what's inside this guy's fist, Arguello. There's blood coming out of Escalera's mouth now. 45 seconds left in the round. Seems that every time Arguello lands, more blood is drawn from Escalera. You can see his face there. Escalera's face is a mess. The kind of damage Arguello is wreaking, one wouldn't expect this fight to go that much longer. Blazed look now in Escalera's eyes. He doesn't look well or confident. Okay, 6th round action about to get underway. Alexis Arguello of Nicaragua now in total command of the fight. Both eyes of Escalera damaged. That's Escalera to the left of your screen, Arguello to the right. And blood drawn immediately from the mouth of Escalera again. As I said at the end of the 5th round, Escalera's eyes are glazed. Arguello seems hardly to have worked up a sweat. The downpour has relented, but the canvas was always dry, protected by that hot tin roof. Escalera trying to fight back. No work so far tonight. Oh, a good combination. Again, a caution by Mercani to Escalera for hitting with the back of the glove. Al Silvani is Arguello's cut man. He hasn't had to do anything tonight. You remember Silvani. He's the cut man for Floyd Patterson against Muhammad Ali in '65 at Las Vegas. He's the man who kept lifting Patterson up, trying to straighten out his back between rounds. Halfway through round 6. Escalera getting instructions from his corner. His corner directly next to, and Escalera above us when he goes into the corner. But Escalera seems dull and dazed now from the punishment he's been absorbing, and he hardly reacted to the instructions of the corner. Escalera trying to counterpunch. A minute left in the round. "45 seconds left in the 6th round. Notice the way Arguello stands up there, keeps coming, and his punches produce blood. Less than 30 seconds left. You're counting down. This is 6th round action. The crowd exhorting Escalera on. But they must be sensing the punishment he has taken up till now. They have to sense it if they don't see it. Round 7 underway, live from Puerto Rico. Junior lightweight title at stake. Escalera dancing now, bouncing on his toes, wanting movement. That's what is nothing but spit blood between rounds. Arguello to the right of your screen, still straight up. The punches crisp, sharp. When they get in there, they damage. Last round was better for Escalera in the sense that he fought Arguello about even. There's been one knockdown in the second round, scored by Arguello, who has been the dominant fighter in this fight. See that blood coming out of Escalera's mouth? It's doing nothing but spitting blood. He must be in pain, but he is game. We're approaching the half-minute mark of the 7th round. Chris Dundee, the brother of Angie Dundee, Ali's trainer, is at this fight. He has expressed the conviction that Arguello is the only fighter who could beat Roberto Duran. That's a dangerous way for Escalera to fight Arguello. Arguello, the stronger man, the more devastating punch. The right and then the left by Arguello, hurting Escalera. Mercani separates the fighters. Less than a minute to go in round 7. And Arguello taking command again. See that left get in there? Now look, Escalera looking right over at us, at his corner people, but not able to respond to their bleeding. Again, the head gets damaged by a combination, and then another right to go with the left and right. Counting down. 24, 23. This is the 7th round. It's got to be hard for Escalera to breathe with the amount of blood in his mouth. Still another impediment to his fighting. As we continue to approach the end of round 7. All right, you see all the patchwork on Escalera's face. In the meantime, Arthur Mercani, Evan Diligent, and Amaury Capella, the ring doctor, look at Escalera, and the ring doctor said 3 minor cuts, nothing serious. Well, I hope I don't have a look at anything serious. 8th round action underway. Escalera's back to you. Arguello pursuing. Some think that Arguello, with his 5'9½", is best, or would be best, at 135 pounds. And that's why he'd be so effective against Roberto Duran. Some think that, including the same Chris Dundee, who's here tonight. Say this, Chris has been around a lot of years, has good judgments on fighters. Again, the blood comes out of Escalera's mouth. Saw Arguello come in with the left and the right. Eighth round action. A good right scored by Escalera, a counterpunch. A wild left, amateurish for a champion. Note the countdown in round 8, the lower right-hand corner of your screen. The right to the midsection did not get through. The left did by Escalera. Again, the caution from Mercani. It infuriates the Islanders, as you can hear. Drum incessantly in the background. Beating time, hopefully, to Escalera's punches. Good right lead, stung Escalera. After Escalera seemed to be boxing a good round, that right lead stung the champion. Snapped him back. He's not on his toes now. Yes, he is. He moves to that position. Trying to get moving. Coming up to the end of the round, we will stay here live at Lubriel Stadium in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Between rounds. Hopefully slow you some slow motion. Okay. Escalera survives the 8th round, and then some, perhaps. Now, as we watched Escalera go to his corner, let's watch this action in slow motion. Oh, you can see the fierceness in Arguello's face as he got the left in past the guard, following the right lead. Interesting, isn't it, how the right lead is becoming a more and more usable blow for many fighters. Arguello's eyes give an opponent absolutely nothing. To show you the measure of Escalera's bleeding, we now have blood right in front of us in some of my trench coat from Escalera's corner. We are coming up to the 9th round, the warning buzzer. All right. You know, the way he waited to get the mouthpiece in, and cut as he is, you wondered if he really wanted to go out there. But he did. And once in there, this is again. Escalera's dismayed with himself. You saw the flip of the glove with the back of the hand. Escalera, always a sportsman as a fighter, and certainly a man who has not been afraid to defend. This is a record-setting 11th title defense. This is 9th round action. Many felt that it wouldn't go this far. It was a case where the challenger outside of Puerto Rico was heavily favored. But Escalera is a stubborn champion. Escalera, with half the 9th round gone, boxing reasonably well in this round. Arguello, more static. Not pursuing as much. This is his 9th round. Escalera, with the blood pouring out of his mouth, making a good show of it and landing the punches. A minute to go in the round. The action quickens. The crowd picks up, and there is a cut over Arguello's eye. This is a comeback round for Escalera, though a good left just got in by Arguello. First mark on Arguello. So Escalera fights back. Escalera in charge right now. Escalera having a good round. This is 9th round action as Arguello, for the first time, seems a trifle weary. A stubborn champion. We're back for the start of the 10th round in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. 17,000 roaring spectators watching Alfredo Escalera to the right of your screen try to defend his title against a terrific challenger, Alexis Arguello. And when it appeared that Escalera was going downhill, he came back with a good 9th round and won it. Mercani warns him again, frequently. Escalera has been warned about hitting with the back of the glove. Now what we've got to see is, will Arguello wear down? He went into the 13th against Olivares and knocked him out. We hope to give our local stations an opportunity to identify themselves at the end of this round. Many thought it wouldn't go this far. Well, Arguello, as I was saying, showed he could go 13 against Olivares, and Olivares had given him a boxing lesson for 12 rounds. Remember, too, this fight's being fought in Puerto Rico. And quite frankly, it's tough after 15 rounds to get a decision against a local champion. But 2 of our 3 officials are not involved with Puerto Rico. In fact, none of them are. Mercani from New York, Dick Young from California, and then Guerrero from Mexico. That may not be a problem. Round action. Less than a minute to go. And Escalera is hanging in there. A lot of blood from that cut over the right eye of Escalera. A lot of blood. No problem with the tiny cut that Arguello suffered in the 9th round. Escalera making a good fight of it now, using his boxing skills. The champion remains stubborn. We'll be back with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports following these messages from our local stations. Eleventh round just underway. Here live from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, Lubriel Stadium. An uproarious crowd. 17,000. 5,000 it seemed to have turned away. Escalera with patch marks all over him, but hanging in there, fighting a good round in the 9th. And a good enough round in the 10th. He was knocked down in the 2nd by Alexis Arguello, his opponent to the left of your screen. The crowd responds to Escalera's resurgence in the last 2 rounds with cheering, concerted cheering. We're a minute into round 11. Escalera's aim obvious. Box the remaining rounds. Taya Arguello get a decision on points. That's his goal at this point. In the middle of the fight, the ring doctor was called in by referee Arthur McCann, who said that Escalera had suffered only 3 minor cuts. For minor cuts, we haven't seen so much blood since Ali destroyed Cooper second time around at Arsenal Stadium, London in May of '66. Good left lead by Arguello. Blood again out of the mouth of Escalera. Interesting, isn't it? Arguello, a savage puncher to the belly, has not indulged in that practice tonight. Not frequently, anyway. This has become a grueling affair. It started out a war. Then Arguello became dominant, took control of the fight with a superior punching ability. And suddenly, when Escalera seemed to be in dreadful shape, he came back in the 9th round. We're approaching the end of the 11th round. The end of the round coming up. Let's go to Frank Gifford in New York.
Okay, Howard, if you're enjoying today, be sure and be with us tomorrow for the final men's preliminary in the Superstars, and some of the National Football League's most outstanding players try to earn a spot in next week's finals. The United States versus the World in amateur boxing, our exciting new series, will originate by satellite from Moscow with the U.S. meeting a powerful Soviet team. Next, of course, the ABC Sports Magazine, then ABC's Wide World of Sports returns to Garmisch by satellite for the World Alpine Skiing Championships as Franz Klammer competes in the prestigious men's downhill race. Plus the World Wrist Wrestling Championships, always an entertaining event from Petaluma, California. And we'll have a satellite report from Brazil as Mario Andretti tries to win his 2nd consecutive Grand Prix of the season, the Grand Prix of Brazil. All, of course, over these ABC stations. Okay, we hope you're enjoying this fight, a tremendous fight coming your way from Puerto Rico. Let's rejoin Howard Cosell under a hot tin roof down there.
We're back live in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. The downpour is starting again. The canvas still protected. 17,000 roaring fans on hand. And to reset the fight for you, early on, beginning with a knockdown in the 2nd round, Arguello took apparent command in 3 different places. Both eyes, the mouth. Escalera has been cut, and there has been a lot of bloodletting by him. He was indeed examined by the ring doctor between one of the middle rounds. He said there were 3 minor cuts. Suddenly, Escalera came back in the 9th round, had a good boxing round. Came back in the 10th round and had a good enough boxing. In the 11th round, it was a close boxing round. I would have given the edge to Arguello, whom I still have in the lead in this bout. But hanging on is Escalera as we approach the 1-minute mark. And right there, he scored, and he hurt Arguello. And now he's all over Arguello. And the fight suddenly takes a different turn. Look at him leveling punches. You see the cut by Arguello's right eye. This is what Escalera had to hope for Arguello to wear down, to tire, and to win on superior stamina. Somebody has thrown some debris into the ring. You can't see it right now. Neither does McCanny. He's watching the fighters in command of the fight. This crowd is going crazy as Escalera comes to life in a big way. 12th round action. And this has been some fight. What a cut under Arguello's right eye. Under his right eye. No, yes, his right eye. Big, huge cut. It will not affect his vision because it's under the eye. But what a cut. Escalera sensed what he had done. He moved in. And he really worked Arguello over. And he is still doing it. seems to have all of his confidence back now. He's straight up. Occasionally he's talking to Arguello. This has not happened to Arguello. 12th round action, and what a round it's been. We'll be staying here between rounds. A half minute to go. The crowd on its feet has won. Escalera, the back to you. Arguello still trying to make the fight, but the punch is wild. We'll go to Arguello's corner when this round ends. You saw Arguello miss with that wild right. A telltale sign, A, of fatigue, and B, that he's in some trouble. This, as I said, is a stubborn champion, Alfredo Escalera. The end of the round. We follow Arguello back. Now, Al Silvani for the first time. Let's look at it in slow motion. There's the right by Escalera. The beginning. That hurt Arguello. Back he went. Escalera then bought in on him. That man behind the round girl with the jacket on is Al Silvani. He had nothing to do all night until this round. Back to the slow-mo. Escalera getting in there with the left. Missing really with the right as Arguello both ducked and covered. And with that left too. But in the midsection he connected with the right. He was the one throwing the punches. That's the change. He was the aggressor. He sensed that he was in Arguello's reaction to the first blow that cut Arguello under the right arm. Silvani seems to have done a good job on that cut. Out comes Escalera. Right now, seemingly fresh. It's the 13th round. And the crowd yells now with every Escalera blow. This has been a great fight. It was expected to be a good action fight. Many expected Arguello to put Escalera away, as I've mentioned early on. He did not do it. In these later rounds, Escalera has steadily come back. We're 45 seconds into the 13th round. This fight means so much to Arguello. He was looking forward to taking on Roberto Duran, who many believe, inch for inch and pound for pound, is the greatest fighter in the world today. This is the round when Arguello knocked out Ruben Olivares. That was November 23rd, 1974 in Los Angeles. They know Arguello in Los Angeles. They know him in New York, where they've seen him knock out 3 opponents, never in more than 4 rounds. A good counter left by Escalera. A good counter left. The blood continues to come off Escalera, out of the mouth, from the eyes. But since the ring doctor is elected to pay no attention, we will follow suit. Meanwhile, Escalera is fighting very well indeed. Escalera felt that Arguello had butted him. Indeed, there's a big new cut on the upper lip. So he danced away and complained to Mercani. Mercani, unfortunately, had the fighter's back to him and couldn't see it. He is sending Arguello to the neutral corner. The cut under Arguello's right eye. Mercani is worried about the cut on the upper lip. He's asked the ring doctor. They are going to stop this fight. They're going to stop this fight. And even as was the case when he knocked out Olivares in the 13th round to become the featherweight champion, now they stop the fight in the 13th round. And it's a technical knockout for Alexis Arguello. He becomes the junior lightweight champion of the world. A tough, grueling, often brutal fight with some shifting tides. Escalera cut in 3 different places. Finally, a 4th. That cut proved to be too much. Arthur McCanny looked over at it and told him. Al Silvani is yelling down to us right now. But the point is, whether it was a blow that could not be seen because of the fighter's back to us or a butt, that cut over the upper lip was the one that finally did the job. McCanny could not let the fight go on. He went over to the ring doctor, took matters in his own hands, and said, "This is too much." As I said, a thrilling, action-packed fight, live from Lubriel Stadium in Bayamon, Puerto Rico.